After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 447. Today is Saturday, March 27th, 2021, as we are recording. My name is Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Foon in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad you found us. We hope you will find something you like and that you will stay. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel and to press the little bell so that you can get notifications. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. And if you are new or returning and in the shadows, please do feel free to join us officially by doing what I just said, subscribing and hitting the little bell. And if you want to get more involved and you want to take part in the alongs and things like that, then you need to come over to our home, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's a Pen, Hook, and Needles group. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. We just will let you in if you say you want to come in. It's just to keep out the bots, okay? You have more?
Yes, I have 12. So let me just open my stroop. I'm having the lemon stroop today. And this is by Sweet Amsterdam. I'm tending to go with Sweet Amsterdam now simply because all of their flavors are gluten-free, dairy-free, and they have more flavors. And we both decided we like the lemon bar.
Not so much the chocolate, which is the one I'm having today.
And although we both decided that we kind of like the speculative spice as far as we can tell, because that one kind of tastes like pumpkin pie.
Right. The chocolate one is not bad. It's chocolate banana. It's just very strong.
Well, I can smell the banana over here.
That felt weird. I need to turn this around.
Okay, so I'm having Plum Deluxe Tea. I almost said in the colorway. Plum Deluxe Tea is carefree herbal tea. Put up your feet and relax. Green rubios, apple pieces, apricots, rose hips, hibiscus, raspberry leaves, cranberries, blueberries, calendula, blue cornflower, watermelon, peach, blueberry essences, love and gratitude. Now, most of those flavors are kind of mild, but the blue cornflower and the cranberries kind of give me hope for a bit of a stronger taste. I know I've had this before, but it's been a long time. Yeah, it's exactly what I feel like I'm tasting probably is going to be the cranberries and blue cornflowers. Because the apples and stuff tend to hide.
That's actually pretty good. I can taste the blueberries. What is this?
This is carefree herbal tea.
I might have to get that.
I think you got it for me.
That's really good. I might have as a gift for some Christmas or something.
I think you did when I started getting back into tea again, and I was looking for herbal things.
Mine is an old one that I really like. I mean, not a super old, not like my Stargazer or anything, but this one is, let me just put this out here. Maple chai. This is Plum Deluxe Tea, maple chai. Refreshing, invigorating, and just wonderful. Black tea, oolong tea, apple pieces, cinnamon chip, cardamom, ginger, clove, safflower, maple syrup, and extract. Love, gratitude, has caffeine. So I don't know if you want to taste this or not, Talia. But
not today.
We're doing our Plum Deluxe mug. So, not our Plum Deluxe mug. Our Memento Mori mugs.
Yeah.
Because it's still Lent.
Apparently we need a Plum Deluxe mug.
I don't think Andy has one that's Plum Deluxe. I have Plum Deluxe colorways for him, but he doesn't have any.
He has a bunch of different merchandise. So I'm sure he must have a mug.
Well, he has mugs, just not Plum Deluxe.
That's an oversight.
I have to touch base with him and say, hey.
Because we're big on having our logo things on mugs. But yeah.
Okay. I'm going to swallow so I'm not rude. Okay. Now,
I think you're right. The blueberry is a very strong component.
Which is unusual because it usually isn't that strong a taste.
Maybe something about the blue cornflowers is bringing it out.
Maybe. Okay, moving into our charities and things like that. Okay, we are still collecting, baby things and stuff like that for Front Row Pregnancy Center. Brittany is still collecting for Comforting Crafts. We'll talk about that more in the Comforting Crafts along. I think that's what it's called. I'll take a look at my notes in a minute.
I think you're right.
Evan's home, which our contact person is the very lovely Gracie's mom, 62, who is Laura Gavis. She's the proprietor of our local yarn shop in Winchester, and it's called Knitter's Magic. So if you ever get down there, you'll have to call her in advance so she can, text her or something so she can get what you want, because she's not letting people into the store right now, but she's doing curbside and mail and all that kind of stuff. So
she has like a daily thing on her Facebook page.
Yeah, she has a Facebook page, so she's really, yes, we are pumping her up because she's awesome. Okay. Anyway, Evan's house goes through her. That was my point. Okay. I knew I had a point, besides the fact that I really like the shop and I like the owner. The Amelia Project, who is VT Kimmy Kim, that's NICU hats as well as other things. So those are the charities that we are promoting and have something to do with. It's slowed down a little bit with COVID, but do what you can if you want to. There's no pressure
I wonder
at all.
how many places are accepting.
The pregnancy center is. I think Evan's home still is. I know Brittany is.
I mean, I guess needs don't stop. Actually, they probably increase with COVID.
Yeah. Okay, so moving along. I know who you are. If you are listening to the podcast, you have just a few more days to claim your skein of Rub-a-Dub white super chunky yarn that was donated for the PHN Out with the Old 2020. I know that you might not have seen the podcast, so if somebody wants to poke her a little bit, that would be nice.
Gently poke.
Gently poke, no bruises or anything like that. So she knows, because once we hit April 1st, then it goes back in the pot.
Yeah,
okay?
We generally don't make a policy of doing it ourselves, because then we have to do it for everybody.
Yeah, and if we forget, we feel bad. So.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. I shouldn't have put that in my mouth. Hold on.
And you waited till I put one in my mouth.
Okay, for the comfort along, this is what I was talking about for Brittany. This is Wombat of Doom and B-Wing. So that's Patty and Brittany who are doing this. And this along runs March 1st through midnight June 30th. So you have quite a bit of time for this on 2021. So if you hit July 1st, it's done. No previous whips are allowed for this. The items eligible for the comfort along can be knitted, crocheted, or loom knit. Specific items that they're looking for are dishcloths, washcloths, and hats. Hat sizes can be from young child through adult, and there is a greater need for boys' colors or gender neutral, so please keep that in mind. Patterns like the Fits the Whole Fam hat by Cozy Up Knits are perfect since they are so stretchy, and they are suitable for many sizes. Cozy Up Knits has their own podcast. If you want to check them out, they're fantastic. Okay? Anyway, this has one whip per project per week. Post the FO whenever it's completed. If you are also in Comforting Crafts Facebook group, feel free to post your pictures there as well. The prizes will be randomly generated through our PHN normal method from the Comfort Along thread on PHN. Okay? We have so far 2 skeins of Dishy yarn, dishcloth pattern booklets, and handmade greeting cards by B-Wing as prizes. More prizes may be added, so stay tuned for updates. This is not our along, strictly speaking. It is theirs. We are providing the platform.
Right.
We may be providing a prize or two if we ever talk to Patty and B-Wing about it. We will do that. But just keep your eyes open for that. And the hashtag is for Instagram is PHN Comfort Along 2021. And you contact Brittany for the mailing address for the completed items. Excuse me. PHN Christmas all year long, Cal Lau. This goes until it started January 1st. It goes through December 31st. So January 1st of 2022, it's done. Boy, that's weird. 2022. Somebody asked me to be a friend of mine on Facebook, and the birth date was January 1st, 1990, and I worked it out, and that person's 31 years old. 1990, it kind of freaked me out.
That is freaky.
Okay. To me, 1990 is like babies, you know? Anyway, that's a digression, but okay.
But you think about logically.
Well, you were
I mean, I was a young child in 1990.
87 you were born, so.
So, I mean, it really isn't that soon. It just feels like it is.
No, but it kind of hits you in the face when you're not expecting it.
It does. I noticed that when I would have patients, too.
Okay, so this along, the PHN Christmas All Year Long Cal runs all year, as I said. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, and previous whips will be allowed, but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures all on the same thread, one whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's completed. And prizes, we do have prizes. Any FOs in the Franciscan Gypsies designs, any FOs in Franciscan Gypsies designs, Lady Fernicle Creations yarn or my shawl pattern, or Lollipop Girl yarns or Laura Concert designs patterns will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO. And if you merge the yarn, the featured yarn with the featured pattern, will be 3 chances at a prize for the FO only. You are always responsible for your own multiple postings, because we are nice and big and we don't do that anymore because it's too much work. Our poor moderators would go crazy. So the hashtag is hashtag PHN Christmas All Year 2021 on Instagram, if you want to share there.
Yeah, we haven't done people's double postings for them for
No,
many,
they've
many
been
years.
super. They've been super about that. Yeah.
It's one of those things that you want a prize, you got to work for it.
Yep. If an FO uses 50 yards or less, please post with another FO of 50 yards or more. And this is across the board for our alongs, okay? Operation Christmas Child or any projects going toward Christmas donations are eligible for 2 chances at a prize. And I think we said also Pregnancy Center and Comforting Crafts stuff. So projects that are made predominantly in Christmas colors that we have determined are reds, blues, greens, silvers, golds, purples, and pinks, along with white, of course, will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. Let's see. And we did this to give people who don't celebrate Christmas a chance to participate.
Still participate.
And, you know, Christmas gifts, Hanukkah gifts, whatever kind of gifts like that, because we know not everybody does Christmas. So, okay. And all of this stuff is in the section with the rules on the
PH
thread,
Home.
the PH Home thread for this. And the first quarter's prize is a wonderful donation by Looney Hiker. It's a Cassie Nicole hat, a new pattern of hers. It's a colorwork hat, and it's really cute. I like it.
It is cute.
And then we have 2 skeins of Cloudborne yarn that are, it's cotton and it's in a taupe color, which is a really nice color. A neutral. It's very pretty. All right. Now, the PH Set and Ready, Set, Go Cal is on its last week, because today is the 27th. So you've got like, how many days are in March? 30 days? 31. I think there's 31 in this month. So you have 3 or 4 days to get all your prizes, not your prizes, boy oh boy, all your projects into this thread so that they'll be eligible for prizes, okay? Because it once we hit March 31st, midnight into April 1st, it's done. Now, having said that, if you notice that we haven't closed the thread and it's April 1st in the, early hours or mid hours of April 1st, and we haven't closed it yet, you still can put it in there.
Right.
But we are planning to close it midnight-ish, April 1st.
April 1st. Yeah.
March,
April 1st.
Yeah,
because midnight starts on the next day.
Yeah, so we plan to close it once April 1st is there, it's over with. But if the thread is still open, take advantage of it.
Right,
okay?
because, I mean, that's not your fault that we didn't close it.
Right, but don't leave it to the last minute, because we'd hope to...
because it might not be up.
Yeah, we don't want you to miss out on it, all right? And the rules are basically the same, so I'm not going to go through all these because I'm very tongue-tied today and I'm not going to go through all these. It's basically the same as our normal rules. The featured yarns and featured patterns are the same. It's hashtag PHN Ready, Set, Go 2021 on Instagram, okay? And the prizes for this is a lovely project bag that's by Whimsy Stitches, donated by Margaret, who is Fiber Hermit. And I think it's about this big. I can't remember because I haven't looked at it. I think it's about this big. And really nice size for kind of a small to medium project. And also 2 skeins of Caron Simply Soft. One is light green and one's dark green. And that's the second prize. Those 2 prizes, the 2 skeins go together for 1 prize, and the project bag's its own prize. All right? And that's all I have to say about that. Although I guess I should say what's upcoming.
Yeah, probably.
Is that, it's autism awareness, right? Yes. April.
Yes.
So we have autism awareness will start April 1st. I need to start putting the thread together. It's been such a strange, even though we're home, it seems like we're always running and kind of chasing our tails. So I forgot what came next.
Mm-hmm.
So it is autism awareness, and I will see about getting some bright colored yarns in the shop, and we'll just move from there. Okay, for that. Okay, you have 8 projects. 11 projects.
12 projects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
I have 8.
All right, so I'll do 2 for the first, and this is just going to be 2 bags because the 2 designs I worked on. In my Silver Shed USA Peanuts Christmas bag is Christmas stocking design. And then in my Silver Shed USA knitting sayings bag is another design. And this one says, I'm not retired, knitting is a full-time job. So.
Now, guys, if you ever get this Plum Deluxe Tea that I have, this maple chai, it gets better as it sits.
Some teas do that.
Just thought I'd point that out. Stephanie, I know you do Plum Deluxe.
Which makes me wonder how good it'd be as an iced tea. This one would probably be really good as an iced tea.
That one would be.
Even though I'm not an iced tea person.
I'm not sure this one would be. I don't think this would be good cold. I mean, I don't care for that flavor cold.
Right.
To me, the spices mean hot.
Right.
All right. Although I don't mind it warm. It's cooling down. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Which is really saying something for me.
Well, because you like yours hot.
When I want something hot, it should be hot. When I want something cold, it should be cold. And never the two shall meet. All right. Because then it's warm and it's not good. All right.
So is that what's between hot and cold?
That's what they tell me. In my Mama C Words bag, this is such a nice bag that Christina gave me. I love it. Is my Lady Caprice project from the Terra the Sea Turtle pattern by Talia. And I made a little progress on this. I found out I was off count, so I had to adjust that. But I've done this pattern so many times that wasn't an issue. For some reason, when I was working on this, the yarn I had to stop working on it after the round because for some reason I just couldn't pick up the yarn with the darn hook. I mean,
You just weren't meant to work on it.
I wasn't meant to work on it, but the yarn on top here, this really pretty variegated, is a yarn. Well, it was Yarn and I, but it's Yarn and Us. That's Cappy, her colorway, and that's Lady Fernico colorway. She did that for me, and I kept trying to figure out how it was when I first got it that she pulled these colors. It's from my ball band, the original ball band I had. So isn't that beautiful? She does she's
pretty.
very talented. And then this is Villainous, I think, on the bottom.
That is Villainous.
Dragonfly Fibers.
It is.
And this is Marigold Jen, and it's Tangerine Speedo. Every time I say this, I giggle. Tangerine Speedo just gives me.
It gives you a really awkward mental image because it's not going to be like it's a guy, a very large gentleman wearing a orange Speedo.
It's not going away very soon.
No.
So anyway,
it's not.
yes, I need to really contact Jenny and complain to her about that. But and unfortunately, Jenny's not dyeing yarn anymore, but she's super sweet.
Yes, she is.
And if I can find more of her yarn on D-Statch, I'm going to look for it because I like the way she dyes her yarn. But anyway,
you guys actually have very similar. It's you, her, and Wild Hair. Sometimes we have trouble telling your guys' yarn apart because you guys have a similar palette or something.
And she is one of the most supportive people. I mean, she dyes yarn and she didn't hesitate to support me in what I was doing. You know, kind of like Heidi. You know, she didn't hesitate to support me. Either one of them. Very, very sweet.
Okay, so me again. Let me just finish these next couple stitches. There we go. All right, let me bring up my show notes. I have some sort of method to my madness.
And I apologize in advance, guys. I took my Claritin, but allergies have been really bad this past few weeks.
Just bring up my show notes. Well, I hope that doesn't mean we're going to have a bad allergy year.
I hope not. It's not 2020 anymore, God.
That doesn't change anything. Okay. So, the first one. Yes. Here we go, baby girl.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I told you she was a turtle.
No.
This is her turtle. Her turtle.
I have a bunny
mission.
one in a different bag.
It's a turtle.
You don't pull it. I was gonna, don't pull his head. His head doesn't come.
No, I'm not stupid.
Well, if I'm tired, I try to pull his head.
I think I got that for you at Cracker Barrel.
You might have. You might have.
Because I went back and couldn't get another one for myself.
I was impressed that Cracker Barrel had these because I ended up going back later and picking up some more.
Yeah, they had them for a little while. We haven't been to Cracker Barrel since COVID. So.
The first ones I had like that, like the bunny one I have, I think I actually got from the yarn store.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the other ones I think came from Cracker
I think
Barrel.
you actually got that from There's Magic.
I think I might have, as
Yeah.
well as, and I think the panda is my other really old
Yes,
one.
I think I got one of those from There's Magic. I think it was the panda.
Oh, because I have a panda. Did you give it to me? Or did you also pick up a panda? Maybe.
Oh, I have it. I have one.
Okay, I do too. So we must both picked up a
I
panda.
think I still have it because I thought I saw it recently.
Okay, well, it could be that we both picked one up.
Yeah, it could be.
This is Luz, L-U-Z, for light, because she is to block the light from the top of my curtain rod.
She's gonna absorb it. It's gonna come out her little nose. Whoosh!
She's like, no.
She's so cute. It's gonna come out of her glasses. Her glasses are gonna. They're gonna do that neon thing.
You mean like the Avatar?
No, I mean like a neon sign that you see those.
Oh, okay. So this comes from my Cyrano on the Bookworm pattern that I wrote. And yeah, I think I'm about halfway through. I'd have to check my pattern.
That's all.
I think. Well, you got to remember my
I guess it's
gauge is
another-
very tight.
Yeah.
It might have a little bit more. I can't remember.
Yeah, if your gauge is tight, it would be further.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh no, it would be,
Because my stitches are super small.
right.
Because people think I work with fingering weight when I'm doing crochet.
She's so cute.
So, in retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have chosen such a small hook. Although it's my normal hook
Are
size.
you using a D?
Oh no, I never use anything that small. E.
E.
But me using E is very different than you using an E. Me using an E makes my Miss Babs look like it's a fingering weight yarn. So,
Excuse me.
at least with crochet.
Oops.
Whoopsie,
It's a
bunny.
bunny.
Once I grab the turtle, I'll take a drink.
Feel free to join us in the Oops is a Bunny drinking game.
Yes. His legs are all like
Your
flipping
tea or your
up.
coffee or your water or whatever it is you have.
I need to actually learn how to make these things.
I know.
They're so cute.
They
It's,
are.
it just,
It looks
I mean,
like
you
it's
look
just-
at it, it's your crochet, you did a magic ring here, and you're just going around and around and around like you do for a toy.
Right, and then you have a bottom, it looks like that you add to it.
Well, you either add to the bottom by picking up stitches, or you do very similar to what I do with Timmy. I think they add to the bottom by picking up stitches, or by seaming it. I think they seam it.
Yeah, I think
because
that because this is another magic.
this is another
yeah,
magic
yeah.
ring here. So it's actually a very simple pattern.
My problem would be getting the gauge to fit correctly because my gauge is so weird.
Right, it would work for me, because this actually, I think they use fingering weight yarn, because
Mm-hmm.
that's a triple crochet.
Can't really see it.
That's not. It's at least it's at least a double. Yeah, I want to say it's a triple.
They don't usually use doubles. I mean triples.
So maybe it is a double crochet.
It could be a triple. I'd have to look at it more closely.
It seems awfully
I can't
tall.
see it without my glasses.
It seems awfully
Mm-hmm.
tall for just a double, but maybe it is a double. But yeah,
Okay.
and sorry, this is we're talking about the thing and we're not showing you. It's just a normal cover for.
Did you do your two?
I guess I am supposed to do one more, and then this is probably the last time I do two. Let me show this one here.
Yeah, if you have 8 left, though, I have only. Yeah, that might work.
Yeah. In my Silver Shed USA, PHN Faces bag.
Our first bag.
Our first bag. This is my. Actually, this is. Well, I'll go ahead and show this one, even though it's out of order. Let me find the thing. This is my Lakeisha. No, not that one. This is. Boo, 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 boo. Let me find it. I know I worked on this. Where did I? Sorry, I'm trying to find it in my notes.
Why don't you just put it away and do something
Oh,
else?
there it is. I just forgot to. Oh, I forgot to highlight it. Actually, I have one more than I realized. This is a colorwork tunic for me. This is Tunic with Valdres pattern by Karen Marie Vinhay. Let me go ahead and make that red in my notes and add that number there. I actually had more projects than I realized. Okay.
We should have to do 2 next time, too.
Yeah, because I actually have 13. There we go. So this, just a little bit of work on this. Nowhere near the color work part of things. This is using shepherd's wool, and I've knit a couple sweaters out of this so far, and I've really enjoyed it. This is, I think it's something like Arctic blue. Let me see. I love shepherd's wool. We both determined, frosty blue. We both determined it's very, very soft.
I have to take a look at it again. I'm just trying to check something up real quick. Okay.
So, I love it because it's heathered. And right now, just, it's playing around and around for a little bit till I do my next set of decreases.
Yeah, it's not scratchy. I have a real issue with a lot of non-superwash wool.
I think you could wear this.
Yeah,
happily.
I can't, because my skin tends to be dry. Mm-hmm. If I have something that's even remotely scratchy, I can't wear it.
Well, you know that I can't wear scratchy. Mm-hmm. Because Laura has a shawl as proof that I can't wear scratchy because it was a yarn I really loved.
That was one of Kay's patterns, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful.
It was, and I can't wear it because
I can't wear scratchy stuff that's going to touch my skin. No, it doesn't work. Okay, now
to be fair, that is that's a pullover though. Although I'd probably wear something underneath it.
I probably would as well. Just
because when you have a knit sweater, I just feel like better wearing something underneath it.
Okay, the only time I might not if it's a lighter weight one, because it's so lightweight.
My concern is always that you could develop, even with a superwash, if there's enough sweating down there, you can get pilling and,
Well, the thing is, like something like that, I wouldn't want to wear something under it because you just have to make sure it's got a little more ease to it.
Yeah.
So, okay. In my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag, small, medium-ish bag, is my Spoiled Bunny Stomp scarf from the Surabelle scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts, because I'm back on my kick and I have to have one of these on the hooks always. The yarn is,
you'll need to start planning your next one.
I know. Well, I've got a bit to go on this yet.
Okay.
Because I haven't been working on it except mostly on the podcast. It's Test Designer yarn, superwash merino worsted, and I don't know the name of the colorway. It didn't have the name of the colorway, and I think I lost the ball band finally. You see. Yeah, I think I lost the ball band.
No, that'll help if they didn't have the name of the colorway anyway.
Well, I was just trying to see if maybe I had missed it, but, well, here it is.
Let's see. No, I don't think Tess puts it on there. Oh, hang on. Is there something behind? No, it's do not. Talks about winding. Oh, that's interesting. She actually tells you how to wind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's your new person.
Oh, because I didn't look at it. I just wound it up.
No, it's just like a general, like, hey, you're new? This is how you wind yarn. No, she doesn't have a colorway name on here.
Right. What's the yardage on it? I think it's like 590.
570.
570. Okay.
570, 8 ounces.
Yep. So that's that.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and...
I guess I should show what it looks like.
Yeah, you probably should.
Let me just...
Very bad that have a talking at the thing.
I just started working on it because I haven't worked on it all week. So see, it is growing. Oh, I really like the way that looks. I can't...
Aren't you happy you made that into a Cerebro?
Look at that. She's not going to let me...
It's a good thing you have an amazing daughter.
Where?
Just saying.
Oh, you mean the one who's in the other room? Look at this. Isn't that pretty? This is not my colors. I would never wear it, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
The funny thing is, the person who colors it wouldn't wear it either because she just doesn't wear those kind of things because it's totally Davina's colors.
Yeah, Davina would look really nice in there. But somebody's going to get a nice scarf.
Yeah.
Because it's really, I love the way it's working up.
Because Davina's kind of particular about the things she's very knit-worthy, but she is particular.
Yes. Well, she's knit-worthy if you give her what she wants, which is most of us.
Makes sense.
That's most of us. I mean...
Yeah. She's just a little bit more obvious about it, that's all. Which actually is a good thing.
Well, she says, I have enough socks.
Yes.
She likes her socks, loves her socks, but I have enough socks.
But you know, at least you know where you stand.
And she wears them because when I go downstairs to do laundry or whatever, she's done laundry before me, I see their socks hanging on the line.
Yeah, she inherited a couple pairs of socks of mine.
And she has the ones from Margaret.
I think they might have shrunk a little bit or something in the wash.
So she's got 3 or 4 pairs of socks.
Yeah, because she really was happy with the ones that have a little bit of sparkle to them. They're Spider-Man. It was very hard for me to give those up because that was one of my earliest pair of socks.
She even wears them more than I do because I prefer the ones that are a little bit heavier and they're house socks, but I have to make sure I'm not going to fall because I'm not always.
Well, you want the skids on the bottom.
I want the skids on the bottom. The lighter weight ones I do wear in my shoes, but I'm kind of of two minds, as Two-Face would say, because I want to wear the socks in my shoes and wear them all over the place, but I don't want to wear them in my shoes because I'm afraid they're going to get broken.
The one good thing is I have been in more of a sock knitting mood lately. I just need to figure out some things about it. But talking about socks, it's actually the next project I had to show is a pair of socks.
Yay.
And it's actually your pair of socks, so even better.
My socks.
So let me just move this needle so it's in.
I have this song in my head, dance all night. The one, dance all. I don't know who sings the song.
Easy. I would have thought I could have done.
No. This was.
Well, I know you're talking about something else, but that's what I would have thought.
This had to be because of the socks being dance all night socks. It had to be kind of that 70s, 80s era. And
also because they're actually supposed to be like leg warmers.
Yeah. And I don't remember the name of the song or anything. Davina would know the song better. That's why I can't sing it because I don't remember it very well. I just remember that one verse.
Well, Davina likes that era.
Yeah. Well, I like I like the 80s because it was very happy after the 70s was kind of like, ugh. Unless you got disco, but oh my gosh.
Well, that's probably why she likes disco. She likes happy music.
Yeah. Well, disco's just disco. Disco's weird. Sorry if I offended anybody. I lived through it. I can say that.
Well, I mean, technically you could say it anyway. These are the Sunday Funnies house socks. I keep looking down because that's where my show notes are. I'll put them on my lap instead. These are for Mom. These are the Dance All Night socks. Oh, that's the pattern name. I know it's available on Ravelry. I'm not sure where else it's available.
Because now you can't get the patterns on Ravelry, apparently, if you're not
a Ravelry member. Which is
fine. It's sad, but I guess I get it. But
and this is Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Funny Peepers.
I like the way it's working up. It's very busy, but I like the way it's working up.
I'm glad you do.
Well, I would wear that with a black pair of pants or something, or a black workout suit or something, just saying.
And this is Mom's second sock, because her first one's been done for a while.
I don't like when I have knots in my yarn.
What I do like about this pattern is that it's nice and stretchy. And I know for a fact that it fits quite well because I have had a pair myself before. Just that both my pairs, I made the mistake of wearing them in shoes.
Right.
And I wore them down to have holes.
Right, so I've got one more pair. I've got a pair of those as well, and I also wore them in my shoes, but I didn't wear them as much, so they're still okay.
Yeah, for a while I wore nothing but, and I was also wearing them while working as a nurse, which was very much, I wore all my knit socks at some point on the floor, which is very much of you're on your feet, you're moving constantly.
Right.
Not the best thing for those socks.
No. Well, if they don't have any nylon in them.
And they didn't.
That doesn't, so that's the one thing about the Yowza it doesn't have.
Well, I didn't use Yowza. One of mine had Yowza, and one didn't, but neither of them had nylon.
Oh, okay.
I
don't think that. Well, there must be some DK bases that have nylon in them.
I'm sure there are.
I think one of my bases might have it. I'll have to check.
But I don't think it's necessarily the most common.
Yeah, I think in general they think that once you get into the bigger yarns, you're not going to be making socks necessarily, so you don't need to have the nylon. That's just my humble opinion. Let me just finish this stitch so I can put the little marker on it. Just give me a second here.
That's more than one stitch, Mom.
Well, it's a stitch with 3 parts.
It's a A shell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Because I was going to say, I know what crochet looks like. That was more than one stitch.
Well, it's one combination stitch. Okay. You might hear some noises out there. Davina's having her snack, and my husband sometimes comes out of his room for air for his artwork. He had a late start because he was he wanted to start making some clam chowder, and so he started really early, and so it took him a while to do the potatoes for the clam chowder. So I'm hoping he takes all the time he needs for his artwork.
He said, though, he got it done in about an hour, which I always thought it took him longer to do it, so I was kind of impressed.
I think he's gotten more of a rhythm going. You know, he made the non-dairy heavy cream instead, because we can't always find it to buy it, and there's a recipe for it that Talia found, several actually.
Yeah.
And my husband made that so she can eat it too. So.
And it's really nice because now we don't have to. All the other ingredients for most of our soups are fairly easily available. And since we can make the whipping cream, the heavy cream, excuse me, it makes life a lot easier.
And I'm kind of funny in that I like as much as possible for the whole family to eat the same thing if we're eating together. And we try to eat as a family at least once, if not twice, during the day. So, our meals. So the lunch, okay, somebody has this sandwich, somebody has a soup, whatever they have, fine. But for dinner, if at all possible, I kind of like to have everybody have the same meal, which is why we're kind of running around trying to find something Talia can eat for Easter. So, our problem child. But anyway.
I could have easily made my enchilada casserole.
No, were you not listening to what I just said? Do you need your ears cleaned out? You take those things out of your ears.
I heard you. I just,
Don't understand? Oh, that's even more concerning. You better keep that tongue inside your face.
It just sat out there half a second.
Are you trying to stretch your tongue a little bit?
It didn't stretch very far. It got tired.
Okay, in my my Universal Studios blue canvas bag from Universal Studios, we went to the Universal Studio. Well, I guess it's Universal Studios in Florida. Where the Hard Rock Cafe Hotel and all those hotels are there. We went there, whatever it was called. Okay, I finished this is my Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket project from the Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket by Lisa Vanilla, and that's on Lovecrafts. And I finished the edging for this. So, I'm debating if I want to put the eyes on it or not, because I'm kind of done with it. So, I mean, you still get the idea, So here it is. It's quite a good size. You could somebody put it, this maybe for a toddler bed or something, or so April's in there. I have to weave in the ends,
That's
and
great,
I will decide whether or not I'm going to put the eyes on, because right now I'm kind of done with it. Kind of done with it. So what do you guys think? Do you think I should just?
I think you should do the eyes.
I don't know if I want to. Like I said, I'm done with it.
I think you might regret it if you don't.
I'm not keeping it. I'm kind of done with it. Is it kind of uneven here? What happened here? That's kind of strange. I must have changed my gauge or something. Or maybe I missed
You might have done the wrong hook
the
again.
hook. Yeah.
It's not the one but the first time.
Before Christina bailed me out with the place to put my hook.
Because I think that you how many I can't believe you don't have more projects that you have that issue with.
I'm sure I have more. So anyway, that's that. And I might put the eyes in, I might not. I probably will. Right now, I don't want to. Don't have to. I'm me.
Okay, so my turn. Let me grab my show notes again. Let me move that along. There we go. Okay, so next for me is in my Knitter's Magic soft flowery bag.
It's a pretty bag.
It is. This is my Canary Song. The pattern is Comfort Myself in My Music by Joanna Johnson. And we were talking about on Patreon about alternating skeins. I don't alternate skeins. Don't do it.
Don't want to, don't have to?
Yep. Well, that very much doesn't go.
I know, but that's yours.
Okay, I'll put it down here.
As is this. Oh, am I still connected to this? I should have cut it. No, I did. Okay.
So it has had a little bit of work on it. And actually it's this way. I keep thinking it's the other direction, but it's not. It's like this. Because it's the side to side.
I'm going to have to find the pattern again because I want to see if she has a specific way she wants to make the eyes.
She probably does.
I can wing it if I have to, but she has the eyes on there.
Oh,
so
Mom, you got that off of Lovecraft, so just be able to download it again if you lost it.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so yeah, that was a little bit of work that was done on that.
Do you have to do another one? Did you do 3 sets of 2?
Don't remember. Where's my show notes? If I have to, I can do another one at the end.
Okay. All right, my next one is in my Ploverbird pink and purple teacups bag. And this is my comfy cozy shawl. I guess that's what it's going to be called because I haven't changed it. From the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. I did a little bit of work on this. I'm getting ready to change the color again. But you can see, I love the way this, look at this. It's just growing so fast. Taya's wearing the one I made for her. It's that shawl. Isn't that pretty? I like the way that's
It's
turning
very
out.
you.
It's just, look at this. So pretty. Most of this is Miss Babs, I think. I would have to check. Yeah, 6 skeins of Miss Babs in various shades. I don't know if I'll use all 6 skeins or not, but I have it in here.
Well, you have the option.
I have the option. It's just really, really pretty. I like this a lot. This is probably one of my go-to shawls. In terms of crochet, it's probably my go-to shawl.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I have one more that's, I made 3 of them, I think.
Was it the Recuerdos?
Yes.
You haven't made that one in a very long time. I think it takes more focus, though.
It's very rhythmic. Once I get into it, it'll be fine, but it does require, well, no, I did that in Miss Babs. I think it requires fingering, but I did it in Miss Babs. And I made one for myself, and I made one for Lisa.
I was going to ask if Lisa's was in the same weight.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I made a 3rd one. Maybe I didn't.
I thought you did, too.
I don't know where it went. But anyway, so I have two shawls I really like to make. But this one is probably hands down. I made more of these than any other. I like to make this one as a gift.
Mm-hmm. Although it is hard to find people who like shawls.
Yeah, it is. But a lot of the crocheters do.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of knitters and stuff. I know that our friend Crystal likes her because she wears it on the podcast.
Yes.
It made me happy that she liked it so much. It really did. Because you want people to like what you make for them. You don't want to think that they don't like it.
Well, what's nice about something as big as that shawl, especially when you make it larger, is that it's like wearing a blanket, but it's a little bit less like you're walking around with the blanket tied around your neck or something.
Yeah, and I made hers in a sport weight, I think.
Did you?
With a slightly, it was all dragonfly, and I think it was a sport. It might have been a DK.
Well, if you did Traveler, it was DK.
I don't remember if it was Traveler or if it was Damsel. I think it was Damsel.
Okay.
So, and I did the hook, the same hook that I used for that. So hers was really airy because I thought, well, she has temperature fluctuations like you do, and she, it would be nice for her just to be able to. I was so happy she liked it. It made me happy. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so, find my shirts again.
Why is the tea almost gone?
Presumably because you've been drinking it. In my Silver Shed USA bat signal bag is my Puget Sound. This is the fundamental. Sorry, it's getting tangled with another bag. It's my fundamental men's pullover for Dad, and I'm probably about 3 inches away from whatever I do next. I think it decreases probably to shape for where the armholes will be,
Right.
and then I'll be able to start the next piece.
I can't remember. That is a pay-for pattern, right?
This is because
She
it
has
was
all the different
actually
sizes.
Initially when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's expensive, but then you think about it, you're like, she provides you
Like 6 sizes or something.
right.
Yeah.
It's like a ridiculous amount of sizes. No, it's more than 6 sizes.
Yeah, I think it's
She has 4 weights of yarn.
Yep. 4 weights and like
and
sizes or
a
something.
crazy amount of sizes.
The pattern's only $9, if I remember correctly.
It was really cheap considering everything that's in there.
You're getting so many sizes and so much.
And she
help.
provides a worksheet.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
So
I need to put my stuff in my worksheet so I stop getting confused.
yeah, because you will get confused if you don't put it in your worksheet. That's why she gave you a worksheet.
Worksheet.
Because with all her sizes, it's easy to get confused and accidentally knit the wrong size.
Yeah.
And she makes things very clear and simple in her worksheet. There we go.
Yeah, if I actually finish this, I'll probably. She's already on my favorites, but I'll probably go back and do other things for her because she's.
Well, she has a baby one, she has a child one, and then she has a cardigan.
Yeah, the cardigan. I like open cardigans. I'm not afraid of doing. Oddly enough, I'm not afraid of doing buttonholes and things on knitting.
Buttonholes aren't hard.
You know, no, I know that, but you would think that that's something that intimidates sometimes people. That
I've never heard anyone intimidated by buttonholes.
I have.
It's just you bind off two, and the next.
Yeah, I know.
And then you just it's so simple.
Well, for you it is, but they don't really intimidate me either. But it's just
I've never heard of anyone be intimidated by buttonholes.
But I do like.
Now I have heard of people being intimidated by sewing on buttons.
That doesn't bother me either.
Well,
The button band is what kind of intimidates me because you have to pick up stitches.
Honestly, Mom, once you pick up stitches, you'll be like, why was I so worried about this?
Yeah. No. I know Laura wants to smack me upside the head.
You will.
But if she does, her hand will fall off.
You will be so surprised that you were worried about this. You'll be like, this is so super easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But thankfully, you have a sweater you're working on that will require you to pick up stitches.
Okay. Is it your turn still or mine?
No, it's your turn.
Okay. You'll see some of my stuff has very little work done on it because we were running around like chickens this week, and especially yesterday we had to go into Winchester. You'll see part of the reason in Stash Enhancements we had to go to the bank because they moved our bank from town out to Winchester. Why, I don't know. Why they couldn't have downsized it instead of moving it out, but we had to go into Winchester. So we were gone part of the day and just, all over the place. But I tried to get some stuff done. Like when my husband went in to Walmart, we went to pick up our curbside stuff, and then he had to go into Walmart to pick up something else. And I sat in the car and I did some knitting and crocheting there. I actually did some writing too. That was cool.
Yeah.
But so that's why some of this stuff is just a little bit of stuff done. I used stuff twice.
You did.
And it meant stuff, different things. I did a little bit. Just enough to say I worked on it. This little hat.
Oh, I want to take the top off.
This is a preemie hat. I haven't even named this preemie hat. It's just there. It's cute. I have another one that's the twin to it. So maybe I should say this should go to preemie twins. See, there you go.
Well, a lot of twins are preemies.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes they're just smaller.
Yeah.
Because there's two of them. So.
Well, they're sharing the same
Kiki Blue's
nutrition
bed.
for
Yep.
one.
Kiki Blue's bed. Where does this come from? Oh, this comes from here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so let me finish these last two stitches. There we go.
I want this shawl.
Well, it is yours, so
I want it to be done so I can wear it. Of course, it's going to be warm now, but...
Well, it's always a little chilly in the house.
Mm.
So, in my bucket bag... I think this is... I want to say, is it Awesome Granny? Hold on.
Mine's Awesome Granny.
You're right. Yours is Awesome Granny. This is Erin Lane. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And this is the Crafting Sheeple bucket bag. And just a little bit of work on Franklin. My name for the project here. The pattern actually is Friday Platypus by Joanna Johnson.
Did you get some done on it?
Yeah, just a little bit done on it.
Yeah. It still looks like a ski mask.
Yes.
At the moment.
So,
cute.
But I didn't get a ton of work done on it.
You should do a ski mask pattern. I haven't seen any ski mask patterns. I bet you could adapt that to a ski mask pattern.
I guess they must have I guess they have a purpose.
I think it's more if you're working outside a lot and you have the elements, to keep your face covered, like especially in the colder climates where you could get skin
Yeah.
irritation.
Yeah.
I've never.
It just feels like it'd be really uncomfortable.
It could be, I suppose.
But seems like it'd be really uncomfortable, but maybe it wouldn't be.
Maybe.
Okay, your turn.
My turn? Okay. All right. In my Awesome Granny Fireflies bag is the bag and wrap project from the Burrow Wrap. This is KF Jones. Love KF Jones. She is awesome. Bakery Bears are just awesome. Kay and Dan. Okay. Did a little bit. I actually did quite a bit of work on this one. I think maybe 3 or 4 rows, which for me is a lot of work on any one project that's not crocheted. So I've got a little bit more to go before I can change colors and pattern. But
Especially on a dark project.
yeah, it's really nice.
I was meant to do especially a lot of progress on a dark project.
Yeah, I like Kay's patterns. She's one of the few designers that I do multiple projects with because I don't do her socks. I'm not there yet. I may never be with socks, but I will. And I don't do toys knitted at this point.
Well, what's nice about her socks, if you were ever to do socks, is that she does her repeats in such a way that it keeps you engaged.
Right, and well, Kay, I get the way Kay does things for the most part, and so I like a lot of her aesthetics, and I don't have the same color palette, but I like her designs.
Yeah.
So she does a good mixture of simple and complex. So I can always have something of hers if I want to.
Well, what she says is she seems, I think I've actually heard her say it, that she likes things that look more complex than they are.
Yeah, I like those too, where you do something and it looks complex, but it really isn't. I mean, you might have to pay a little attention, but it's not really complex.
Oh, sorry.
And she's really good at that. I enjoy Kay's patterns immensely. So if you're looking for something, she doesn't know I'm doing this, so no. just just take a look at her patterns. I think she's on Lovecrafts as well as Etsy, and I don't know if she's still on Ravelry or not.
Yeah, she is.
I think she is, but anyway, so this is her Burrow Wrap, and it looks like this.
And I actually don't know that they sell her patterns on Etsy. I know they sell them on Lovecrafts.
I think they do sell them on.
Oh, okay.
So that's because they want to make it as available as possible. So it's kind of a scarfy, stole-y kind of thing. I don't know if I'm going to put the fringe. I don't usually like putting fringe.
I don't usually either. That would have been one of the few I would have done it to if I did it.
I might. It looks like she has some. Is that like a scalloped edge, or is that her sweater? No, that's right
That's
here.
the edging, I think.
It looks almost like it's a bobble.
I'm not sure. I never got that far.
But if it is, it's attached because I haven't done a row. Oh, it might be the I-cord.
Oh, that might be
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to say too much more about that, but because it is a paid-for pattern.
Okay,
But
so
excellent.
in my oh yes, hang on, it ran away. Let me grab this back. In my Plover Bird Many Tar-Dye bag, this is, I think I started this earlier in the week. I don't think they've seen this yet.
This week?
Yeah, I don't think they've seen this yet. I call these my Royal House socks.
Oh, okay.
And
When did you? Okay, you said you started this week. I don't remember seeing them. So.
you saw them once.
Oh, did I?
These are the Dance All Night socks for
Oh
me.
right, yeah.
And
that's
I
true.
think this is some Mad Tosh. I had
That's
two skeins.
It looks like Mad Tosh. It's pretty.
I had lost the ball band for both of them.
Oh yeah, you did show me them. Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually fairly close to having to think about the heel. Not close. I still have a little bit of ways to go.
Daddy would like that color.
He
I
would.
think that's really pretty.
It's a really nice color, and I've enjoyed working. I think what I wanted to do is cleanse my palette a bit from Mom's, because hers is so wild and so busy that I just felt like I needed to catch my breath from hers. And then it's like once I started mine, they just flew off the needles.
Right.
Plus, I've determined for whatever reason right now, I'm finding that I do my socks faster when they're magic loop than DPN.
And she said that she was going to do a tutorial. For
Yes,
me
I
for
need
that
to do that. I haven't gotten around to
when
it.
she has a chance. I know Kay has one as well, but it's easier for me to find Talia's. Not because Kay's got a difficult, way of looking at on the Patreon. It's just I don't always get on there, so because life.
Yeah. What Mom would have me do probably is just send it to her if she wanted something. So, yeah, so that's that. I have really enjoyed that. As you can see, I did make quite a bit of progress on that.
Okay, let me just finish this stitch. My little stitch marker matches my project.
Oh, how about that?
I must have pulled my stitches though. Can't do that. Okay. All right. Make sure I'm actually in the stitch. There we go. All right. In my what bag? Knitting's my bag. Monet Serap bag. Here it is. This is my Stormy Weather sweater from the Fundamental Woman's Pullover pattern by Jen Hagen Designs. I'm still on the ribbing for this because I didn't do a whole lot of work. It's not difficult. I just have to remember what I'm doing. So I generally try to do this when I'm not with people at the moment.
Wait, there's nothing difficult.
No, I didn't say it was difficult. Yeah. It's a straight ribbing. I just have to make sure that I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
I'm not as competent right now or confident as you are with ribbing at the moment. Oh. So I'm about halfway through the ribbing and then I can start the stockinette. So hopefully once the stockinette starts, it'll be easy to know where I'm at because I have the front marked. So
yeah. Well, honestly, once you start doing stockinette, you won't even need that.
I like to have it.
But I'm just saying, because it'll be obvious.
So this is the pattern where I have to change, put my stuff on the worksheet that Ty was talking about. She has, let's see here, she's got, trying to find where she has the different sizes and things so you can see how good a deal it is. I'm sorry for my voice, guys. I've told you, it's just, Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sizes?
They have a lot of sizes.
9 sizes, and you have sport weight, DK weight, worsted, and bulky. So you've got 4 sizes and 4 weights and 9 sizes. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
For any, she could almost charge more than she's charging.
Oh, she could totally charge more than she's charging.
It's, very well put together, a lot of sizes. You get your money's worth.
Yeah, no, she does a well-written pattern. Hang on one second. I have my own allergies. Okay, sorry guys. And my, which bag is this in? Oh, I forgot to show something. Hold on.
Is it going to add?
No. I just skipped it.
Oh, okay.
I skipped ahead instead of, just missed telling this one.
Oh, gotcha.
And my Silver Shed USA Kitties in the News bag. First of all, our news story is... Okay. Cat's Eye View, editorial by Martin Kuhn. It's about time someone let the cat out of the bag. We are not toys to be toted around with your lipstick and car keys. These bags are darned uncomfortable. Although we admit to looking cute, tucked amid your other personal effects, we insist on enough room to swing a cat. And that's that.
Too funny.
So that is your news story right there.
He must be related to MPK, Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat.
MPKC over here?
Yep. Yes, there she is. She's so cute.
She's such a brat.
She's adorable.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Stay there, MPKC. All right. My next one is a new project. This is the Rosy Scrubby from the Round the Dish Scrubby pattern by Midwestern Moms. Now this pattern, this is where I'm at. This pattern was meant for scrub yarn, that scrubby yarn. I hate it. I can't see to put my hook in.
Too fuzzy.
It's just too... I know some people like it, and I have 2 skeins of yarn of the scrubby if anybody wants it to make scrubbies, because it's a really good idea, and just because I don't like it doesn't mean you might not. So I have 2 skeins of that scrub yarn if you guys want it. I think one is blue and one's green, or they're 2 shades of blue or something. And they're full skeins. I just pulled out what I was doing. And I just said, okay, I don't like that. I'm just going to adapt this to a regular kind of a scrubby. So, a dishcloth, face cloth kind of thing. So this is in, I love this cotton, and it's very soft. So this one could actually be used as a face cloth maybe. But I think this pattern can be adapted to face cloth, dishcloth, coaster, that kind of thing. So yeah, and it's very quick to make. So yeah, this is Rosie. It's the colorway that I'm working on is I'm using an eye hook and test designer yarn. No, I'm not using test designer yarns. I'm using.
Yeah, it doesn't look like test.
I must have cut and pasted that. This I don't have the ball band in here for whatever reason, but this is what I'm using. It's Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I think it's Rose or Dusty Rose or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like a Dusty Rose.
So that's that.
Okay, so in my I think this is it. Yeah. Make sure.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm just checking to make sure I have everything over here.
Oh.
I feel like one ran away, but I'll find it later. Okay. Well, this is the other one. Where is... I know I counted all my bags. Is this it? No, this one is the one I showed. Oh, I'll find the other one after I show this one.
Okay.
Because I know I'm missing one. Oh, I know where the other one is. I'll have to get it from the other room. When you're talking about your next project, I'll get up and get it.
Well, what is it? What bag is it? Where is it?
It's okay, I'll grab it when you're talking.
You just have to get out and dump everything.
I don't have to dump anything.
No, but I don't want you dumping anything.
I can go around the back. I know where it is.
Okay.
I think I know where it is. Anyway. Okay, so in my Kiki Boo bags, Blue Puzzle Pieces bags, and I'm going to measure gauge because I've determined that I have a tight gauge for fingering weight.
Oh, and I should tell you, I don't have anything else to show.
Oh, well then I have quite a few to show. That's information that's good to have. I don't have quite a few. I have 2 others after this. So I guess I should tell you where it's at. Table next to my desk.
What bag is it?
There's only one bag on there.
Table next to your desk.
It's another Kikaboo bag.
Okay.
Okay. So this is, I have a feeling I have a good gauge for this one though, but that's possibly because Kay actually uses a decent amount of ribbing, and also I think Kay and I might have a similar gauge. This is the Jemima Socks by KF Jones, and I'm using West Yorkshire Spinners in the Yorkshire colorway. I'll probably regret this, excuse me, because I have an issue with itchiness with this yarn, but I'm hoping if I wash it a couple times it'll be fine. And this is the yarn that comes with it. So I really like how that's working up, but like I said, I have to check how it fits on me because I have determined that I don't always have the, this looks like it'll stretch pretty well, but I had to check it. Oh, I think this one will fit. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'll actually be able to wear this one. Good. So, apparently with K's I get okay gauge, but in the future I need to make sure I always do gauge swatch for socks because apparently I don't always, I can be a little tight. So yeah, Mom, this one actually fits. When I slid it over my foot, it fits. So far at least.
What is it?
This is the Jemima Sock.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think you've seen this one yet. Yeah. Well, I think part of it is stretchy.
Oh, I've seen that. Or maybe not.
No, this is new.
Okay.
I don't think I showed it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, part of it is stretchy. And part of it, I think Kay and I might have a similar gauge.
Who's falling on me?
I don't know, I can't see.
Being attacked.
By the birds.
Oh, cat. Come on, stay up there.
He wants to nuzzle your face.
But it's not comfortable. Okay.
Do they really look like they care about your comfort?
Not cats. Stay up there.
Okay.
Did you make this one or did I?
Yes, I made that one.
Okay.
That's Christoph.
Yes, it is Christoph.
Because I called him Hans originally. You told me I'd change his name.
Yeah, because I don't like Hans.
So
Hansel!
yes,
Hansel?
that is this one. Let me go ahead and zip this and then I'll go on to the next one.
Because Hans was mean.
His name wasn't Hansel.
No, I said Hans.
Oh, okay.
Hans, not Han. Hans.
I kind of felt like they didn't do a really good job of developing him as a bad guy.
No, it was kind of I got it, but...
I got it, but I felt like they should have spent more time developing that. It felt out of the blue, and like someone just decided last minute, oh, we don't have a bad guy. Let's make Hans the bad guy.
Well, they had a bad guy. I think, the clues were there, but it was very subtle.
I feel like it was a last minute thing, and I very much stank of it. I know some people who do like YouTube videos where they're talking about different Disney movies consider like Mother Gothel one of the last very good villains because it seems like now they're trying to do more of the sympathetic villain thing or the twist villain, and sometimes they just aren't very good at the twist, and I feel like they kind of failed their twist because...
No, Mother Gothel was a true villain.
Right. Well, she was along the lines of your Scars and your, all those other ones.
She was truly evil.
But I don't... I feel like it's
Brave. They have things like Brave, where you've got the villain and the heroine are the same person.
Yes, I don't like that.
I
agree with you. She is her own villain.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like... These are fairy tales.
Yes.
And fairy tales, you have a straight out villain. And I just felt like it was sloppy writing with Hans.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We apologize to anyone we might have offended. But not really.
I was about to say, but I can't help it if you're sensitive.
Crass.
This is our opinion.
Our opinion. We are opinionated.
So in my Kiki Boo Bags teacups bag... Now, I am going to have to restart this. This goes part and parcel with the fact that I have determined that my gauge is a little tight. And I almost got this one because I had actually gone up a needle size because I hadn't had the needle size that I needed. But it was just still, I couldn't quite fit it over my heel. I'll try again. It kind of looks like I still would be able to.
Maybe.
I'll try again. But this is... Although when I checked gauge, I was like 1 or 2 stitches more. Mm-hmm. Which tells me I need to probably go up a size. This...
A size of needle?
The size of needle, yeah. So it's fewer stitches in the inch. So this is that pair of socks I was showing you they were called the Alice... hold on, let me pull up the name again. Alice's Easter socks. I don't have the name of the designer in my notes. Alice's Easter Bunny socks. And she had them on sale. She posted something on Instagram, so I snagged them off of Etsy. And it's hearts and bunnies, which is absolutely me. But I might have to restart because I don't know that I can fit it over my heel.
Right.
And that would be a problem. Yeah, I'm going to have to restart because I can't fit it over my heel. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't have quite enough stretch. So.
Well, at least you know, and you didn't get too far.
No, I didn't. Unlike the next one I'm going to show.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just go ahead and clip this. And what I've been working on here is a gauge swatch for fingering weight. I'm marking what each needle size is that I'm doing. And then I'll just use the gauge swatch for both of them. Because they're both fingering weight yarns. And I can go, oh, this is my gauge with this needle for so many stitches on that one. Oh, okay, well that is what I need. Because they have a similar gauge.
And they're both color work.
And they're both color work, yeah. So, this one here is a test. This is Beatrix Bunny Socks. I still have like another 2 weeks on this, and I finished what I did in about 24 hours. So, I'm not terribly upset by the fact that I had to restart, because I know if I continue my progress that I did before, this piece I did before, I can easily make up. Mm-hmm. And then when I get the first sock finished, I can reclaim all this if I need it. Reclaim the yarn in here.
It's so cute.
So I'm going to be using the same colors and everything for the size that actually fits me, but I wanted to be able to show her that it fit and test how it felt. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I couldn't get that over my foot.
Are you going to show her the progress before you do
that? Yes,
I think you should.
I am going to. I will show her. I'll post it on Instagram like she has requested. So, and I probably will, even though initially I wasn't particularly happy with how subtle the bunnies are.
I like it.
I'm still gonna keep all the same colors.
I like the way the bunnies look.
It's a little subtle for me.
Mm-hmm.
I usually like a slap in your face,
I'll
but
give you a slap in the face.
yeah, I'll just keep all the colors the same. I'm very happy with it. Would have actually been at the part when I would have started the heel.
Wow.
And that's when I realized that I couldn't get it over my heel. Well, I kept trying to stretch, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna stretch. So, lesson learned that me as an experienced knitter, I knew better, but I made a conscious decision not to do a gauge swatch, and I paid for it. So there you go, do a gauge swatch.
Yep. Lesson learned.
Oh, it's a lesson I knew. I just chose not to do it.
Lesson relearned. Stubborn.
I was just like, I could do this, but I'm not gonna. So this is I'm doing it in the round because that's what the actual project's gonna be in.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I've done a 2, and I'm doing a bit of a 3.
I've never done a gauge swatch in the round.
You just cast on whatever number of stitches. And, like, I'm marking with purl bumps.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 3 purl bumps here and 3 rows of purl bumps. That tells me this section here is a size 3. Down here I have 2 purl bumps with 2 rows of them.
Mm.
So that tells me this area is a size 2.
Right.
And then I'll go from the size 3 area here into like some very basic color work that I'll do. And then I'll do a little bit in size 4. I don't think I'll need a size 4, but might as well while I'm doing it. And I don't know, maybe I'll seam it together, make one of the toys a little cowl. I don't know. Because it could be used for something, I guess. So yeah, that's all the projects. Do you have any FOs?
I do.
Let me show my frog first. Well, no, I can't show the frog. I frogged something.
Okay, what,
I'll just tell it while you're finishing your stitch.
okay.
Davina was mentioning she didn't want any socks. Decided she didn't want her watermelon socks that I barely started, so I went ahead and ripped that back. That's using Mom's neon watermelon. She doesn't want any more socks anymore.
Yeah, she said she had enough.
Yeah.
Can we try this again? I thought.
So I took out 1 pair of her socks and started 3 pairs of socks for me. 4 pairs. Something like
I
that.
might have an issue. Okay.
I don't do anything in moderation. Now, to be fair, I wasn't planning on starting the test. Mom pointed out the test to me, and it seemed a shame to not take advantage of the opportunity.
Especially when you got in.
Yeah, her name, it's Yarn, something like that.
I think it's just Yarn Love.
Is it just Yarn Love? Okay, anyway, she's really sweet, the designer.
Yeah, I get her newsletter. She's pretty good.
And then they sell yarn there. And their bases are fun, like Cinderella and Amy March, things like that. Oh, Princess Buttercup.
Okay, let me just... I just want to make sure where I'm at here before I stop.
Like, I know all the characters that she's named her bases after. Which is kind of cool. And they're all kind of, romantic-y. Fantasy. Not fantasy, more like romantic-y. Like, you also have Jane Austen characters in there.
Right. So I'll make sure I've got the right thing going here. Yes, I do. Okay. All right. Because apparently I don't always remember what I've done when people are talking. Let's just see.
Did you try to do Cerebell pattern instead?
No, I just want to make sure that I wasn't doing a... Yeah, that's right. Okay. Where is my thing? All right. Okay, my FO is a little tiny thing. It's this little pattern I was just telling you about, the new one I started. I have a finished one because it only takes about 30 minutes.
Well, yeah, you started and finished it when I was sitting there with you during tea time
Where
yesterday.
is it? Where's my bag? Here it is.
I'm honestly kind of surprised you have another one done.
I wanted to do another project if I could. So this is the finished one. And I actually made a mistake on this one. I didn't do a chain where I should. So it's a little different than the ones I'm doing right now. But it's not a whole lot of difference. So that's the finished one. Little dishcloth type of thing. Maybe I can send it to Brittany with the others. But I do want to make a set for my mom.
She would really like that.
Maybe slightly bigger than this. just kind of, I think her kitchen is green if I remember correctly.
You can't go wrong with green for her.
For her color, yeah. So, but anyway, so this is a finished object. This is a little tiny one.
Yay.
No, I'm not going to make a blanket out of those.
Yeah, with them being round, it'd be a little bit more challenging.
Well, you'd have to have edging and all that.
I don't have any FOs. I did have beads and string, but all my beads and string is out the door because they were all orders. And I also, the other one I have to start hasn't been started yet.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess technically I finished Davina's one for the groom almost, but I didn't bring it with me, so.
Right.
I'll try to remember to show it when I'm done with it.
Okay. Let's see here. Now, okay, so I don't have any graphic novels. I guess, are we doing shop or are we doing royalties?
I think it's usually royalties first.
All right, let me put a little stopper on this stitch here if I can find
My only royalty is very small. It's a little bit more the fog cutter.
Right.
From Plum Deluxe.
I gave that to her this morning.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just put this in here.
I don't count the needles that I got that I now can't use because my gauge was too tight. I'll find another use for the zeros at some point, I'm sure.
Okay. My stash enhancements, actually one of them is not mine strictly speaking. It's the family's. I'll show that in just a second here. I guess maybe I should just put this stuff away right now. Because it's getting in my way. I'm going to lose my hook. I have a bag for it and everything. Lose my hook. There. Okay. Just shove it in there, right? Just shove it in there. Oops.
There's a bunny.
There's a bunny. I don't have any more tea because somebody drank all my tea. I think it was Talia. Couldn't possibly be me.
I didn't particularly want to have your tea today. It was one of those things that it would have interfered with, I think, with the taste of what I had.
And I get that way sometimes too. Okay. The first thing I want to show you, my husband, I told you he went into Walmart to pick up, I think it was either grass seed or fertilizer or something. I sat in the car and he came back out very proud of himself because we've been talking about Monopoly games. We live in a little town, and this little town has its own Monopoly game.
Now, to be fair, our little town also has like a national park right by it, so.
Yes, but then it could have been Shenandoah-opoly.
Yeah.
This is Front Royal Opoly.
And that gazebo you see in the picture there, we literally do have a gazebo that looks like that.
This is right in the center of our
yeah.
This is right in the center of our town, and it's really funny because they have like
the ice cream shop and the
little pieces are high five, big smile, heart, the dog, pretzel, and gym shoe. And we've got things like we have the gazebo, we have our little new ice. This is relatively new because the ice cream shop is new, relatively new, and they have the Main Street Mill, which is a restaurant.
I wonder if the town was a little short on some money because
I don't know. I'm not sure.
With, maybe COVID's been hitting them a little hard.
I don't know how they do this. I mean, you know, car fine $75. You had experience with that.
Yes.
Warren County Courthouse, Shenandoah River. It's just traffic jam. We don't have too much of traffic jams, thank God. I heart Front Royal. This is really, I can't read all of these because of my glasses. I don't have my glasses, and I don't want to just sit here and read it. But it's
just really funny.
It's really funny because our town is little.
Yes.
And so we have our own Monopoly game, which makes me really incredibly happy. The other stash enhancement, we had, as I said, we had to go to Winchester.
You know who would probably enjoy playing something? That would be Grandma and Grandpa.
Yes. We had to go to Winchester, and I told my husband, look, I want to go to the local yarn store if I can find the yarn I want. I want to throw some business Laura's way, because I had bought from her shop this colorway. It's a Malabrigo.
I thought that you bought... Oh, okay, that's the other one. Okay.
You saw this colorway last week when Ty and I did our switch.
Yeah.
This is the Ivy colorway, but it's a worsted, and I can't really do anything with one skein of worsted. I mean, I could, but not what I want to do. So this is what I had. So I contacted Laura, and I said, do you have any more Malabrigo Rios in the Ivy colorway. She said that she checked and she did. So I picked up 2 more skeins.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty good match, too.
Yep, it's a really good match.
Yeah.
So that was my stash enhancement. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I've been drawn to greens lately. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, but lately I've been drawn more toward greens. Even my teals that I like have been more green. So I don't know if I'm having a shift in color or if I just, need a change or what. But yeah, that's what I got. And she gave
after a while, there's only so much you can knit in one color before you kind of want to spread it a little bit.
She gave me a couple of these mints.
Oh, and she gave you also the, what's it called?
The pen. Yeah, the sweethearts.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool. That's my stash enhancements. I always love going to Laura's. I wish I could have gone in there and sat down and talked with her a little bit, but she's not letting anybody in the shop, and with good reason. And I couldn't stay anyway for my own reasons. So it was nice to at least have a little talk with her on the curb there.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in a while. She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
So if you're ever in the Winchester area and you want yarn, just
Check her out.
Check her out.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So that leads us on to shop news.
Shop news. I got a special order for my new base. It's a worsted weight. I believe it's 100% superwash merino. I have to look at it. The stuff is over there. I was poorly prepared. But I have to do that after today's podcast. I'm going to try and dye that up. I got the color stock all set up. And that's a 440 yard worsted. And I have 10 skeins of that minus the 2 that were just pre-ordered. And then I went back because I talked to some people on Zoom yesterday and said, would you be interested in sport weight? It's a sport weight, real sport weight, not my thin one, a real sport weight, 8 ounces, 770 yards of superwash merino.
That's pretty awesome.
So I picked up 5 of those to see if anybody will bite on that. That's enough to do a whole project. If you're doing a shawl or something knitted, that's a good amount of yard.
That's no yardage.
So that will be coming in, I hope, in the next week or so. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. If not, I'll just dye it up and put it in the shop and see who wants that. But I'm kind of excited about adding some longer skeins to my repertoire. So we'll have the normal skeins and the longer skeins. But this longer skein is a regular sport weight. It's not just like the worsted. It's a true worsted. It's not a lighter weight. It's got the extra ounces to the skein. And I worked it out, and it's like almost 3 skeins to 1 of my normal base.
Nice.
So my normal skein is about 270 yards, I think, for a sport, and this is 770. I think that's what it was. So, yeah. So something for you guys to think about. If you're interested in that, let me know. I have 5. I think I can get more. Right now, the worsted is out of stock, but the sport is still in stock. So. And I will, like I said, that will be arriving soon. So I'm kind of excited. I feel like dyeing yarn again, which is good if I can find the time. Yeah. So, yay.
I don't have a whole lot in the way of shop news. I don't think I just released last time, even though I didn't know it at the time. I released it right after the podcast last week. The Oops is Bunny dishcloth pattern. Right. I don't have anything in testing right now because currently I'm testing for someone else, and my designs aren't quite at the point where they're ready for testing yet. So, and also I've had a lot of rosary orders.
Right.
So that's
Easter time.
Yeah. That's been my shop news. Then that leads us on to like reading, writing.
Okay, I finished the shared story. Yay!
We haven't read it over together yet because we haven't had much time together.
And it takes time.
Yeah, we're going to do that on Monday.
Right, we'll do that on Monday. My husband will be at work. I won't feel guilty about sitting there. We can push lunch back a little if we need to. So that'll be fine. I was happy to not get out from under it. That's not the right word. But
she didn't want to hit the year mark.
No, I didn't want to hit the year mark. There was no reason for me not to have it out, and it was frustrating me. I think I did a pretty good job moving the story forward, but because it's been so long between getting it and getting it out, I might have missed a few things. I might have to go back and fill things in as we talk. Right. But or Taya can fill it in or whatever, and then I'll go from there. But I'm glad to have that done. Now I can maybe focus on other things, writing to my prompts for my percolated group. I just finished being a prompt mistress over there this past week. So maybe now I can actually write to some of that stuff. And
well, I think now it'd be easy for you to focus on dyeing.
yes, I can tie my yarn, and I can I was going to say something. I don't remember. But anyway, I am still reading stuff. I'm reading Mother Teresa's little book, and I'm reading The 8 Doors of the Beatitudes. I think I'm pretty close to finishing that. The Dragonback series, I think I'm just shy of book 5 right now. And I'm not reading that as intensely as I was because I've been trying to pick up the pace for my religious stuff for the end of Lent. Still reading Jesus' Way, Truth, and Life, and A Woman for Our Times, Mother Thecla. I don't think I didn't get the chance to read The Divine Office for Dodos this week, but yeah, I think that's basically it.
I'm not sure if I got a chance to read it this week. Let me take a look at my notes. For me, my reading, well, I finished a few books. I finished reading, where are they? Okay, there they are. All the books I finished were Agatha Christie's because I had a lot of fatigue this week. So I just read things. A lot of what I read were things that I could just...
Read or listen to?
These are read.
Okay.
The day I had the migraine, and then actually when I started doing the test, I started listening to Sherlock Holmes. Right. Because I wanted to have something. I didn't want to have to look back and forth in the chart in a book for something I was testing. Right. So I have been listening more since I started the test. But I've only been doing the test for like 24 hours, 48 hours. No, not even 48 hours. More like a little over 24 hours. But I finished reading Peril at End House, Murder on the Links, Poirot Investigates, and The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, all by Agatha Christie. And actually, you know, Hastings is dense, but he's not quite as annoying as I remember him being.
Well, in the movies and the shows, he's really bad.
He's really bad in books too. Someone posted in Goodreads as a comment for Poirot Investigates. Every book with Hastings is like, and it shows a meme. It looks like it might have been taken from like Murder. Mesopotamia or something like that, where Hastings and Poirot went to Egypt. And actually there is a story in Poirot Investigates where they go to Egypt together, and Poirot is saying to Hastings, well, Hastings looks like he's putting something up somewhere, like some suitcases or something, and says, no, Hastings. And that's like constant. Poirot, anytime he's in work with Hastings, no, Hastings.
Yes, Hastings. He's like my poor. He treats him like a child.
Well, he calls him like his it's horrible. He calls him like a dog. He constantly is comparing him to a dog, which is horrible. He means it like you're loyal and you're like nice and everything like that, but you're calling your best friend a dog.
And Hastings doesn't really get offended most of the time.
Well, he sometimes will not ask Poirot where he's at in a case because, or he won't ask Poirot to clarify something because he feels huffy or something like that, like, or he feels stupid, or he doesn't want to be made to feel stupid or whatever. So there's times where he does get offended, but usually what he has problems with is when Poirot has a very bad habit of going through people's things and listening at doors.
He's a snoop.
Oh, he's
nosy.
He's usually doing it in regards to case, but Hastings always tells him it's not playing the game, and Poirot always tells him that they're not playing a game with murder. But Poirot can be unscrupulous, whereas Hastings is horrified and shows every bit on his honest face.
And I honestly like the guy, as much as Hastings drives me crazy sometimes, I like the guy they chose to play him.
And he's a very good reader.
Oh, he's an excellent reader. He's my favorite reader for Poirot.
Yes, me too.
He's very, very good.
I don't know what he does differently than all the other Poirot readers, but I actually look for him.
I like him. I prefer him to read. He's very, very good. He's made that character. All those people, to me, even though the movies aren't,
even though the show
characters.
And movies do a very bad job of actually
sticking to the story
to the point where they actually change the characters like a significant amount. But I mean, and I don't mean the main characters. They change like the murderer or
right. They'll change the story.
They'll change the story,
but
significantly. But they do get very well.
They're well cast.
Their main cast.
Yes. Even their supporting cast can be pretty good. The person they chose.
Well, I don't remember who played Battle, which is why I'm pulling back from that.
No, I don't know Battle as well as you do, so I can't really say. But I like the person they picked for
Mrs. Oliver.
Yeah, and Ariadne Oliver. Yeah, she's hysterical. I love her. She's just hysterical.
Well, and she's a character you do have to get right because
you do. She's quirky.
Yes, she very much is.
Yeah.
But I didn't read any books with her recently. Books that I am continuing to read, of course, are the ones for Lent and
most of the same ones I'm wearing.
Yeah,
a lot of them are the same as mine.
And Jesus, Way, Truth, and Life. Did read a bit from Peace in the Storm.
We forgot to talk about the stash enhancement of the new book coming in because we have the digital.
Well,
I guess we don't have the digital.
No, we don't.
No.
All we have is the video.
Right.
So we'll show it when it comes in. Peace in the Storm, Meditations for Chronic Pain and Illness by Maureen Pratt. Reading James Alberioni, Marvel for Our Times. I also figured out how to add a book on Goodreads if it's not already there. This was a book from like 1977. For some reason, it never made it on Goodreads. So now it's available to like mark that you're reading it on Goodreads. And I'm currently reading Dumb Witness by Agatha Christie. Also listening to Sherlock Holmes, like his collections. I thought it was hilarious that one of the ending of, and I won't say exactly because I don't want to ruin.
I'm sorry, that's rude, but I just
it's
heard what you
The
said.
Adventure of the Yellow Face and Chocolate Box have almost word for word the same ending. You can tell that Agatha Christie was an Arthur Conan Doyle fan, which I find it hilarious because I actually was always familiar with both stories, but I forgot the ending of the Arthur Conan Doyle, whereas I always remember the ending of the Poirot one. I actually prefer The Adventure of the Yellow Face. I think I actually like the story a lot better, which is surprising because I'm more of an Agatha Christie.
Yeah, okay, good.
Agatha Christie's is Chocolate
I don't
Box.
think I've read The Yellow Face, The Adventure of the... I've read a ton of Sherlock Holmes, but I don't think I read
check
that one.
out The Adventure of the Yellow Face.
Okay. I've read almost. I thought I read all of his Sherlock Holmes. I guess I missed one.
Yeah, it's in one of his collections, but if you can find it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so it was really funny. It was almost word for word the same ending.
That's pretty funny.
And I don't mean it wasn't a plot. It was a
no. It was just a couple
an
sentences.
exchange between two of the characters. It was just really funny. So, if you want to know what that is, check out Adventure of the Yellow Face by Arthur Conan Doyle and Chocolate Box by Agatha Christie.
I love Chocolate Box. That's a good one.
Yellow Face is even better.
Oh, I can't wait to read it. Okay, so that leads us into stuff. We don't really have any live stuff except that to say that our live stream, which would normally be this Friday, is going to be pushed back a week. So it'll be the first Friday in April. Was it first Friday in April? Yeah. Is that right?
No, it'll be second Friday in April. Normally it's the first Friday in April.
Yeah, it's going to be after Easter.
Yeah.
Because it's Good Friday, and for those of us who celebrate Holy Week, not a good time to be doing that because we're busy and we can't eat and all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to push it back. Also, just for myself, I don't know what Talia's doing. I will be very, very, very sporadic, even more than normal, on social media until Easter because it's part of what I'm doing. I will be available for my shop stuff. I will try to post once a day if I can, at least once or twice a day in either PHN or whatever. If I will be there at maximum once or twice a day, and it will just be kind of a pop in type of thing because I want to focus more on the Holy Week. So I will post my HFI stuff. I will post what needs to be posted. If somebody has a question, you need to tag me. And if I don't get back to you, I'm not ignoring you. I just may not see you because it may not correspond with me looking online.
Right.
Instagram, I'll be very, very absent for the most part, because it'll be business related for the most part, business and faith related. So I wouldn't suggest trying to get a hold of me on Instagram. It's probably better something that's going to come to my email.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'll be checking my email 3 or 4 times a day for a few minutes a day. And my shop, obviously I will check my shop. If I get dinged, I will take care of that for you. I just want you to know that I'm not ignoring people. I just won't be there very much this coming week. I will be more active up through this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But once we hit Monday, I won't be as active.
Yeah.
Did you want to say anything about?
No. The light has actually been hurting my eyes for a little while. So.
Okay, so we're gonna wish you all a very blessed week full of whatever it is that makes you happy, knitting, crocheting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we will hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 447, and that's a wrap.
Bye.